Recent unrest in the U.S. and problems by some Indigenous Canadians at the border has prompted a travel advisory by the Hueyat First Nation here on Vancouver Island.
With those considerations in place, we decided to issue a travel advisory to all citizens to be careful when it comes to traveling to the States and only go there if you need to.
Crossing the border into the U.S. is supposed to be problem-free for Indigenous Canadians and is mandated to be so under the Jay Treaty of 1812, which allows anyone with 50% Aboriginal blood to cross the border without restriction to live and work in the U.S.
It does appear to be a sign of the times, with the over-focus by the United States federal government on immigration control. This is something that affects our community directly.
About 50 Hueyat members live and work in Washington and California. Chief Jack says U.S. Customs can ask for a blood quantum letter for proof of 50% indigeneity, which is what happened recently to this Gwich'in First Nation man and his family returning to Canada from Costa Rica through Houston.
When I went through the customs, more or less, they picked me out right away.
It seems to be the case that some people are getting stopped based on the color of their skin, because Indigenous people, both in the States and in Canada, have darker skin. It's believed that that's part of the reason that they're getting stopped, yes.
I just would like our members to be very prepared moving into the U.S.
The Nuu-chah-nulth Tribal Council, which represents 14 nations on the island, is considering issuing its own travel advisory to members.
You know, we're asking people to maybe not travel as much, but to be prepared with all of the identification that you need in case you get stopped at the border, because we might just never know that that happened.
If you must travel to the U.S., the advice for First Nations people is to have a blood quantum letter from your tribe, your birth certificate, and passport with you at all times.